Good morning indeed. And shout out to the listeners in the chat as well. Do not forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederrick.com and hit the big green subscribe button at the top left. It is completely free to subscribe to my mailing list and you'll get daily hugs in your inbox from me. Don't you want to be hugged by me, honey? Yeah. Well, I know I want to be hugged with some tea, girl. Let's get. Oh, we have a comment in the chat saying no. No, they would not like to be hugged. I mean, girl, fuck you. Well, anywho, let's go ahead and get it cracking with this tea and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. Well, the first story I have is actually a piece of surprising news, honey. So, Brandy, who actually never usually speaks out about what anyone has to say about her, she actually had a comment about what was being said about her on that podcast with Cameron, Mace, and Shyne. Girl, and long story short, honey, it looked like Shyne might have been lying on his dick. So, let's see what. Ooh. Oh, no, she didn't. Did she delete it? Oh, did she delete it, honey? That's okay because they got it because Brandy responded to that and she responded to Ray J saying that he will slap them. So let me get that Brandy. Baby, where there's a will, there's a way. We gonna get this. Get this. Here we go. Here's a good article. Thank you, Jammin 1075. So here's a link here from Jammin 1075 that talks about it. And you see where it says here, Brandy breaks silence on platonic friendship with Shyne amid Ray J's threats. Notice platonic friendship. And remember how Shyne said in that video that he hit and he found out someone else was hitting through a mutual friend, Lying, apparently. So let's see if I can go straight to the because it looks like she might have deleted it. Because again, Brandy never really because you see how it's not even here as a screenshot. Oh no, it's here. So share this tab instead. Here we go. So this is on Brandy's Instagram. And she said, in the late 90s, I had a platonic friendship with rapper Shyne. In an unfortunate turn of events, that friendship is now being mischaracterized as we dated. Unequivocally, we did not. I'm not sure why an untrue narrative about a scope of what a friendship more than 20 years ago is being reshaped during this current media interviews. People telling their version of my story is why I'm releasing my upcoming memoir, Phases. It's time to tell my truth and debunk many of the misnomers that people think they know about my life. Additionally, I rarely release these statements and typically ignore stories about me in the headlines, even if they're false. But when I do decide to stand up for myself, I handle things on my own. While I love my brother Ray J, I don't condone or support the message he shared on social media and have not asked him to defend me in any form. Phases is available on March 31st of 2026 wherever books are sold. Baby, I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm going to be getting this damn book because of this long. This is good drama. Oh, we have a comment saying, see, she responded to that, but not Ray J's 25% heart. She don't care about that, honey. She got a book to say. She said, baby, I want a 25% growth in my books. Fuck his 25% heart capacity. Oh, God. We have a comment saying she probably wishes it was 100%. And yes, we do have a comment also saying, don't lie on your dick. Exactly, Shyne. For what? Is it so trash, honey, that you got to talk about it 20 years, a girl that you dated 20 years ago, lie and say y'all had sex when y'all were platonic, according to her. And or maybe it was just so bad, honey, that it was so trash. Because what Megan say, it never happened if the dick wasn't slapping. So maybe it was maybe the dick, that Belizean dick was trash, honey. She was like, we were platonic, nothing happened. All I did, he was out here tickling the girls, honey. If I want to be tickled, I'll do it myself. Well, that's on that, honey. A hot mess. Afro Man. So after the show ended yesterday, we learned that he won his lawsuit. Now, after he won his lawsuit, it has come to my attention that people have reminded me that he is MAGA. I actually do remember hearing about this some years ago, but Afro Man is so far off my radar that I truly forgot about it. But here's this NBC News article that says Afro Man wins in lawsuit from Ohio deputies over music videos. We did it, America. Freedom of speech. And to be completely honest, y'all, I knew something was off when I saw all that American flag memorabilia. I mean, that told me all I need to know right there. So, but anyway, this starts off. An Ohio jury on Wednesday sided with rapper Afroman in a lawsuit brought by sheriff's deputies who claimed the artist was wrong to mock them in music videos after they had raided his home in a fruitless search for drugs. It took less than a day for the panel in Adams County Common Pleas Court to find Afroman not liable on any of the 13 claims made against him by several deputies. In all circumstances, the jury finds in favor of the defendant, Judge Jonathan Hine announced. No plaintiff verdict prevailed, so the matter will be concluded with defense verdicts. The Defiant rapper testified Tuesday and said that he exercised free speech when he released music videos featuring images of Ohio deputies raiding his home, saying any suffering they claimed in their lawsuit was due to their mistake. I'm actually just going to stop it right there because that's pretty much the gist of it, and all of the rest of it just a repeat from what we talked about yesterday. But I guess good for that end. I hate to see, like, any law enforcement trying to use courts against the black man, but a certain type of black man like this that's MAGA, I don't care what they do, girl. Fuck. So that's that on that. And y'all, I'm sorry. This next story. Oh my God, this next story, y'all. So in addition to award-winning boxer or award-winning fighter, Clarissa Shields can now add singer to her resume, honey. Do you know?
Please.
Do you know that this girl wrote her man a love song for her 31st birthday, girl? And you see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, Clarissa Shields' songs for Papoose is getting roasted by the internet. And rightfully so, y'all. It is, oh my God. Oh my God.
We already know.
So just please indulge me for about a few seconds. I think the clip that we're going to look at about maybe 45, 50 seconds long. And baby, she is singing to her man, honey. Do you hear me? Oh my God.
I'm passing out earplugs.
I honestly don't blame you, but y'all, this thing had me cracking up. Here we go.
So I wrote this song for you, 'cause our love is true. I'll always be faithful to you. These other niggas ain't got a clue. Oh baby, you're the kind of man gon' ride for me. Love your girl down, knock a nigga off of me. Oh yeah, you're the kind of man caress my soul, give me energy, always supporting me. You're the kind of man ain't gon' never cheat. Take me out to eat, then leave me. Oh yeah, you're the kind of man I shut up for. Let you leave me, yeah, with my eyes closed.
Oh. Papoose, go on and just marry her, because baby, she is right, okay? Right for the taking.
Oh yes, Lord. Baby, you be in love with a motherfucker so much, girl, you want to write music, honey. Oh my God. This reminds me of Shantae's Got a Man.
And you can get manimony and everything. Don't marry.
Okay. Oh my God. I mean, hey, baby, so we have a comment saying this is an AI song maker. And then another comment says that this is audio cancer. And of course, I mean, y'all could just imagine what the internet is saying about this song. So I don't even think we need to read the rest of this article, child. But oh my God, when I tell you that, I needed that laugh this morning, baby, and that thing delivered. Thank you so much, Clarissa. Thank you so much, Papoose. That thing had me cracking up. And shout out to Kadeem Hardison, honey. I'm not sure if I want a man that's so good to me, honey, I want to write him a song. That sounds dangerous. Sounds dangerous. I don't know. We have a comment saying that he don't got to allow his dick. He has ladies singing songs for him. Apparently. Apparently. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all can play around with a Pisces man if you want to. If y'all read Corinne Steffen's book, with Papa, who was alleged to be, no, I think it was confirmed actually that it was Method Man, that Pisces man. That's all I need to say. That's
Well, just
all.
be careful though. She can kick your ass though.
And she could, but is she gonna want to? That's the thing, honey, because them Pisces men play the mind games.
If he does her wrong, baby, she might could lay hands on him.
Well, work. This is my song for you. Baby, she was giving you puss about that mic, honey, giving you femininity.
She loving him out loud. I don't know if I can be mad at that.
Honestly, I right. That's where I'm at with it. Like, you know what? Okay, you are acting like this is the first man you've ever had, but listen, hey, what you gonna say? Well, let's talk about his ex. You know his ex getting sued by Rick Ross? Remy Ma? Getting sued by Rick Ross. Said that y'all would never guess why. Rick Ross said, okay, now this a little bit too close to home. Well, he's not suing her. He actually sent her a cease and desist. But y'all should see where it says here by way of TMZ. Rick Ross sends Remy Ma cease and desist for Biggest Boss movie. Well, this starts off, Rick Ross respects hustle, but he's saying Remy Ma has gone too far. The Biggest Boss is going after Remy and her network for a movie he says rips off his nickname and music. In case you missed it, Remy is planning to release a film called The Biggest Boss on her platform, the Remy Network. Now, according to a letter sent by Ross's attorney and obtained by TMZ, Rick is claiming the project features the unauthorized use of his music and trade name and demanding they halt the project from going forward. Not only that, Ross says it's confusing fans into thinking he has something to do with the movie, citing comments on social media. A rep from Remy Ma tells TMZ, Remy was personally unaware of the concerns raised regarding The Biggest Boss and takes the matter seriously. She has maintained a personal and professional relationship with Rick Ross for more than 20 years and would never intentionally engage in any action that could harm his brand or cause offense. The film is apparently about a police officer who steals a drug dealer's life story and turns it into a rap career. Eerily similar to Ross's own backstory of being a correctional officer turned rapper. Some fans online have speculated the project may have been an act of retribution for Remy, as Ross has been very supportive of fighter Clarissa Shields, who is currently dating Remy's ex-husband. But Remy's reps say Remy has also reached out to Ross directly. Upon being made aware of the issue, the title was immediately removed from the platform. The Remy Network is now working closely with its partners to strengthen review processes and ensure that situations like this do not occur moving forward.
Oh, come on. How you know, girl? Girl. If that's a PR statement, if I ever heard one, how you know
one of the best ones? That was one of the
stories.
best ones I've seen in a long time.
Girl.
We have I had a 20-year relationship with where I would never intentionally do anything that would harm his brand. No, I love The Biggest Boss.
Who was once a correctional officer became a rapper. Okay.
who stole because Rick Ross allegedly, it was another crime boss named Rick Ross who Rick Ross allegedly stole from, kind of like similar to 50 Cent.
Well, we got to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Oh Lord, I tell you, this couple between Remy, Papoose, and Clarissa, they are cracking me up, honey.
They giving the content, aren't they?
They are indeed. Well, this next story, so Chill actually brought this story to my attention. I've seen it floating around the internet, but I didn't really watch it. But Niecy Nash, and how she's talking about her and how she had a scary incident in Puerto Vallarta. So you see where it says here by way of the Griot, Niecy Nash reveals birthday trip to Mexico became scary amid cartel violence. So this goes on. Niecy Nash certainly had one birthday to remember. On Friday, March 13th, the 56-year-old actress celebrated her February 23rd birthday with a belated Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls era themed bash in Los Angeles that brought out the likes of Ava DuVernay, Winnie Harlow, Candy Burris, Jasmine Crockett, Bazama St. John, June Ambrose, hey girl, her Oscar-nominated All-Fair co-star Tiana Taylor, and plenty more. A time was had. The Claws alum wrote on the caption of a post on Instagram that included a carousel of images from the star-studded function. So much fun. In several of the photos, the actress posed in a black lace-up dress version of Jordan's famous 23 Chicago Bulls jersey and a bedazzled pair of red, black, and white Jordans alongside her spouse, Jessica Beatz, and many friends and family members taking part in the festivities. While she was all smiles during the belated festivities, they stood in stark contrast of how she spent her actual birthday. According to her, she journeyed to Mexico only to be caught in the crosshairs of the recent cartel violence in the country. On February 25th, 2 days after her February 23rd birthday, the 56-year-old actress revealed in an Instagram post that she was finally home after getting caught up in the crosshairs of recent cartel violence in Mexico following the killing of Nemesio El Mencho, or El Menco, Oseguera Cervantes, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, on February 22nd. Finally, home for Puerto Vallarta. Went to celebrate my birthday with my family and got caught up in the cartel attacks, the All's Fair star wrote. She added that video featuring herself, her mother, her 3 children, their close friends, and her spouse, Jessica Beatz, was posted as a thank you to everyone who covered us in prayer, sent well wishes, made calls to the U.S. Embassy, and shared your connects to get us out. Challenges for sure showed up, but God, Black people are so resilient. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain: we will keep our joy. In the middle of that packed airport, where so many were frustrated over canceled flights, long lines, and minimal seating, our joy was on full display, she wrote. Speaking to People magazine, at her party, she described the experience as scary. It was scary because I let my kids bring their friends, she explained. So I had other people's children. It was scary, but we got out unscathed, thanks to the Most High. She added, that's why you have to take every moment to celebrate joy, celebrate life, all the things.
Now that was scary. You got your kids and somebody else's kids. Oh my gosh.
And almost didn't get your ass home.
Glad she made it out safe.
I am too. Truly, I am, and really, I am. And this is gonna sound a little victim blaming, truly, and I'm aware of that. But at this point, we have like a lot of information that tells us it's truly not safe to travel out of the country right now. Because if you do, you might have a hard time getting back in. Look what happened to Chet Hanks. If that shit can happen to a white man, so but hey, you
I mean, Puerto Vallarta is such a tourist destination that it has been for a long time, but of course, apparently things have changed. But that's just somewhere people have always gone without worry. So, you know.
But when they killed that leader, the cartel leader, all bets were off, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, so this next story. So do y'all remember we talked about Swizz Beatz' ex, the one who has his daughter, Nicole Dean, and the mama, she went off because she found like babes and accused Swizz and Alicia like encouraging her drug use.
Yeah.
Well, baby, it's looking like she is going to be filing criminal charges.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I have this post here from It's On Site, this Instagram. Shout out to Ra Ali, my former boss. But y'all should see where it says here. He took my daughter and tried to silence me. Nicole's mother, Jahna Sebastian, claims she filed criminal case against Swizz Beatz while accusing him of abuse. So let me just go to the next one. She goes on, I have filed a criminal case against Swizz Beatz for rape. He is trying to silence me. He has abducted Nicole today. I have been in touch with the police, courts, social services for years. I have done everything. And then the next she posted.
Did you say rape?
Yes.
What?
Yup. And then she captures this: if anything happens to me in the time come, you know who to look for. To all of you saying go to the court, police, lawyers, etc. This is exactly what I've been doing and fighting against these people for years. And then she alleges that he needs to be looked at because of Epstein, because it says help. Leslie Groff, personal assistant of Epstein, offered her twin sister Ashley Hull to be his assistant. Ashley Hull and Peter Hull have been mentioned many times. Investigate. So now I don't know who Ashley Hull is to Swizz Beatz in all of this. I haven't investigated, but I'm sure she's saying this for a reason. But yeah, I was actually looking for information on this lawsuit. I couldn't find anything. Possibly it's sealed, or maybe I didn't look hard enough in the right place. But I was, because I want to get more information on this. That's what woke me up to rape. You saying Swizz Beatz raped you, girl?
That's a whole nother something else.
You just follow this because I don't know. This is you go rape Epstein, like, girl. Wait, what? What's going on?
It was the way that
custody to everything.
The way she was kind of acting to that, and trust me, but like I know the legal smoking age is like a 21, especially now. And for her to find a vape in her daughter's like bag or whatever, and then her daughter just probably smoking on it, that probably made her feel away. I'm sure. However, the way she was treated, she almost acted like the girl was on crack or something like that. And you know how people, that if she can kind of embellish like that, you see what I mean? Like it's
yeah. Like how all of a sudden Epstein get in it, girl? Okay.
Yeah.
You're starting to lose me, girl. Starting to lose. We went from you want a custody case, and now we talking about he raped you. Like, lead with that if that's the case. Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if she's willing to embellish some things, well, Auntie, keep your eye on that one.
I'm definitely gonna follow this, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I've been also following as well is the Kelli and Mark Ferrell story, and we actually had a really good conversation about them last week Thursday to be exact. And I'm just gonna remind y'all, because this is one of the things that I had a chance to clip, and we gonna just kind of remind y'all what we said about Kelli Ferrell, how she dragged her husband Mark for not paying child support, but he ended up paying it eventually. But anyway, let me share my clip, and then we're gonna have an updated story after that. I should refresh probably. Oh, then Mark Ferrell, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, Kelli, who has primary custody of their 3 kids, claimed Mark is not up to date on his $3,991 per month in child support.
Oh boy.
Kelli claimed Mark failed to pay for January and February for a total of $7,982. The reality star said her ex had the ability to pay, but willfully did not, placing undue hardships on the minor children. Mark has yet to respond to the case. Kelli and Mark have been going back and forth in court for over a year. The Bravo star wed Mark in 2011 and filed for divorce in 2022. The exes finalized the deal in September of 2024. Last year, Mark was thrown in jail after Kelli accused him of owing back support. He was released after coughing up the unpaid balance. Mark accused Kelli of blocking his access to the kids, but she denied the claims. The Housewives of Atlanta star Kelli Ferrell. Right. So that remember that sounds familiar for us. It was just last week.
Right.
And you heard how he said like he paid that money, like he was released after he paid the balance. Well, girl, how about that ass is in jail for theft, honey? Mark Ferrell.
Oh shit.
You should see where it says here. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelli Ferrell's ex-husband arrested on theft charge.
He had to steal the money to pay it.
He had to get it from somewhere. Look, girl, look, either I got to do this or go to jail. So, well, I'm going to jail either way, but shit.
Well, look, clearly. What?
Well, this starts off more legal issues for the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kelli Ferrell's ex-husband. He's been arrested on a theft charge, and it's a felony. Kelli's ex, Mark Ferrell, was arrested Tuesday and taken into custody in Georgia on a felony charge of theft by taking, according to online records. It looks like the alleged incident happened back in November. but we are still working on the details. As we first told you, Kelli and Mark are duking it out in court over child support, and last year he was thrown in jail after Kelli claimed he had an unpaid balance. Again, he was released after paying her the money. The Bravo star married Mark back in 2011 and filed for divorce in 2022. And in September 2024, they finalized their divorce. Mark is also suing Bravo for defamation over claims made about him on the show. So they said by taking it says arrest on a theft charge. What's the actual charge? It says felony charge of theft by taking. Theft by taking. Let me just kind of Google what is theft by taking, just to be more specific. Theft by taking. Meaning. Okay, so for those who are not lawyers as like me, it goes on this Google AI overview says theft by taking is the unlawful act of taking, carrying away, or exercising control over another person's property without consent, with the specific intent to permanently deprive the owner of it. This crime differs from robbery by not involving force or threat, and in some cases can include misappropriating entrusted property. Okay. This is gonna be another story I'm gonna follow. So that's that on that, honey. Well, you see how I said Mark Farrell was suing Bravo for defamation? It looks like Brit Eady is doing the same thing. Another Real Housewives of Atlanta alum. And you should see where I just shared here again by way of TMZ. Bravo fighting ex Real Housewives of Atlanta, Brit Eady's $20 million sexual harassment lawsuit. So this starts off, Bravo is firing back at former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Brit Eady's $20 million battle over alleged sexual harassment, TMZ has learned. The network called Brit's complaint an attempt to rewrite history and her own contractual commitments because she no longer likes the consequences by joining a popular and long-running reality series well known to feature authentic, unscripted dialogue, conflict, drama, and confrontation, along with many other dynamics of a group of women. Bravo said Brit was not misled and she was certainly not victimized by them, as we previously reported. Brit sued Bravo for $20 million, claiming she endured sexual harassment and emotional distress due to an incident with Kenya Moore while filming. Kenya filmed a scene with Brit and the rest of the cast where she shared posters of an alleged explicit photo of Brit, which turned out to not be her. In their response, Bravo said the contract Brit signed to appear on Real Housewives of Atlanta warned her of provocative conduct or speech from other cast members, and specifically noted that production could involve stressful or emotionally challenging other cast members, and that production could involve stressful or emotionally challenging circumstances. Bravo points out Brit joined the show in season 16 and cannot act like she wasn't aware of what the show was like. Bravo also pointed out Kenya was suspended due to her behavior and has not been asked back to the show. It also claims Brit was even asked to come back for season 17, but declined. The network insists it cannot be held liable for the incident with Kenya and is asking the judge to dismiss Brit's case in its entirety. The case is ongoing. I actually did not watch that season, believe it or not, but I did hear a lot about this incident. Wasn't it like a hey Libra Queen? Wasn't like a picture of her like a AI generated picture of her like sucking a dick or something, like something was crazy, and Kenya showed it, but Kenya was certainly suspended for that. And according to this article, she was asked back. So it's like, okay, well, how you I don't want to like, because I'm sure maybe she did feel sexually harassed in that moment, and we weren't there. Who knows what happened after that? But Bravo was saying, well, look, girl, the contract said the contract said it was possible that something like this could happen. And this is season 16 now, so you can't act like you didn't know what this show was about.
Well, yeah, especially if it's something in your past that could be brought up. I mean, was it a lie or she just mad it got showed, you know?
I think it was. I think it was. It was fake. Like it was like
fake?
generated. I believe. I think that's why they end up. I think that's why they end up kicking Kenya. I think. But yeah. Ew.
follow the details. I didn't know if it was
Yeah. I
video.
think it was, but it was so much stuff that surrounded the story. It was hard to keep up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I really checked out by this time. I didn't watch any of because wasn't this like one of the first season that Candy was? No, Candy was on this season, right? I think this is her last one. I think. Don't give me the line, child.
I don't even know if she was on it, then it had to be toward the end, end of her leaving.
Because I think that was the same reunion where Sheree was like, "Well, how I look now, bitch." I remember that, or maybe not. Well, that's that on that. Girl, let's talk about some more reality TV mess, honey. So we've talked a bit about this restraining order between Huda Mustafa and Nicole Oliveira. So now the boyfriend, Lewis Russell, he's sharing his side, honey. And I didn't know that the boyfriend was actually on a reality show as well. So this should show you how much I know about these people, but this is a juicy story. So you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Huda Mustafa's boyfriend, Lewis Russell, says his ex is keeping his son from him. And just before I start reading, remember yesterday we read a story that where Huda denied, like she was like, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet. I'm handling this the right way and handling it legally." But she did allege that she got upset where she first of all she didn't even want their son around me, and she is it looks like envy. She's maybe envious of me and Lewis's relationship. That's what Huda said essentially. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but um this starts off. Lewis Russell was on Too Hot to Handle, not The Ultimatum. Oh, where they thought they ate that. Anyway, but he says his ex gave him one concerning their kid: break up with Huda or you can't see your son. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Lewis claims his ex-girlfriend Nicole Oliveira has unreasonably cut off all contact between him and their son Luca, despite Lewis saying he agreed to not have his girlfriend Huda Mustafa with him during their visits. According to the papers, Lewis alleges Nicole is using Luca as a bargaining chip and has threatened to move out of state. He expands further. Lewis says, "I am seriously concerned that she will make good on this threat before she is served. I fear that she will move Luca, and I will have a hard time finding our son and being a part of his life." According to Lewis, Nicole has threatened to move before and did so when we were in the UK. Because of this, Lewis is seeking an emergency order from the court to give him joint legal custody and a concrete parenting and custody plan that allows him time with the child. Remember, Nicole got a temporary restraining order after claiming Huda forced her way into Nicole's building last month. In response, Huda posted a message yesterday writing, "I'm aware of what's been said and it's not true. I'm handling everything the right way by letting legal taking care of it. I appreciate everyone who continues to support me." We've reached out to Lewis Rep, who had not further comment at this time. And then there was an update. The update on this story says, a source close to Nicole tells us Lewis also agreed to not allow Huda to meet their son and that Nicole knew Huda was unstable and insecure from the very beginning. We're told Lewis was living with Nicole and their son, and when she asked him to not allow someone who he just met to track their son's whereabouts, Huda went crazy on him. According to our source, after everything happened in February, Lewis told Nicole she was right the whole time, down to her asking him not to let Huda know where he and Nicole lives. Our source tells us Lewis stayed with Nicole for the whole week after this incident. We're told Nicole made sure Huda never met their son, and Lewis encouraged Nicole to file the restraining order and sent Nicole texts between Huda and him. So I'm not sure if I believe this. Because, I mean, if we do a Google search right now, it actually looks like Huda and Lewis are still together. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe Nicole or Lewis. But I do know there is a temporary restraining order, and I do know they don't just give those shits out.
Yeah, why would you want to stay with somebody you calling them unstable who showed up at your baby mama house and all that? Come on now.
Mm-hmm. But remember, we were talking about yesterday how some dudes like, unstable women, and especially when it looks like they're fighting over them and stuff like that, they get a kick out of that shit. Maybe this is one of those situations.
No, not.
And putting that little boy into it.
Yeah, that's a bridge too far for me. When you got a kid and she go to your baby mama house and what? For what? For what?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing she needs to do there. If she got a problem, let him do it. But no, this is a crazy story.
Yes. That's why I'm loving it. I hate that little boy got to go through this. I really do. But you know how much I love mess, honey. Oh, we have a comment saying kids having kids. Yep, that's exactly what it is. We also have another comment saying crazy is the best. Right up until it's not. You can play around if you want to. Because I'll tell you, I've dealt with crazy before, honey. And when I tell you that's a road I will never want to go down ever again. So that's that on that, honey. Do you know how one thing I can't stand, like when an artist puts out a song, right, and the message didn't come across like they wanted to come across, they try to insult the audience's intelligence rather than their art, saying, oh, maybe I didn't do this right, maybe I didn't say this right. Well, this is what LaRussell did, which is disappointing because the last time we talked about him, it was a good story. Y'all probably don't remember. It was when was my February 11th show, and we briefly talked about him doing Oakland doing their first student startup hackathon out there, and he gave them money to reach their dreams and all of that. Good story. Well, this one is not so good. And you see where it says here by way of hot new hip hop, LaRussell responds to heaven sent controversy in the worst way possible. And baby, this headline is not lying. I'm like, oh no, oh sweetie, that's not. Well, LaRussell has released a 5-minute video addressing the backlash to his recent song, in which he described Adolf Hitler, Jeffrey Epstein, and more controversial figures as quote-unquote heaven sent. In doing so, he argued that fans missed the meaning of his lyrics. The homies briefed me yesterday on all the outrage, he begins. My first thought was, niggas ain't that slow. But I go look, and niggas that slow. Just listen to the music. It's no way niggas hear that clip and they like, you support Epstein. When LaRussell shared the song on social media, he admitted that his engineer warned him against doing so in the caption of the post. My engineer told me I probably shouldn't put this out. That's exactly why I put this out, he wrote, along with 3 laughing emojis. On the track, he raps, y'all listen to this. I'm not perfect, and neither is the president. What's guiltier than a nigga hiding defense? You can't be mad if they heated if you don't let them vent. Even the devil was heaven sent. Even Malcolm X was heaven sent. Even Martin Luther King was heaven sent. Even Kanye was heaven sent. We have all been sent. Donald too. We all heaven sent. Epstein too. We all heaven sent. Adolf too. We all heaven sent. Even you. We all heaven sent. So it predictably resulted in tons of criticism in the replies. You and Hobo Johnson working together would fully usher in the end times, one user wrote. Another added, I'm an actual fan, but this isn't it. Not because you're wrong, but because you're not actually expressing anything other than a very surface level observation. Yes, we're all humans, but right now, the world doesn't need to hear that people literally killing us are heaven sent. The latest video isn't the first time LaRussell has reacted to the backlash. Responding to a user on Twitter on Sunday, he wrote, laughing emojis. What do y'all think I'm saying in this song? Is it the truth that's bothersome, or is it what you think I'm saying? I'm saying every human was made by God, even the evil ones, even the niggas going to hell alongside some of y'all uncles, daddies, and favorite rappers.
Boy, we don't care. Like what? It just like the person said. We know this. We don't need you to say it out loud.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
Auntie, as you say every day, crystal fascism be weird as heck every single time.
He's so deep. You're not that deep.
It's not that deep. And yes, we all know that. Duh.
It's as deep as a kiddie pool. I give him that.
And then why would you? I don't need you to humanize Adolf Hitler or even Epstein. I don't need you to humanize them bastards.
And his little condescending response.
Just like
sit down.
I'm talking about niggas can't be that slow. And then I go look, oh wow, niggas is that slow. No, nigga, you slow.
Why did you think that was even a topic we even want to hear?
Right.
Why did you even think
he's slow because that's not even what that means. So this what he don't know what it means. Just admit you didn't know. Like
Well, he's a man, so that ain't gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Next.
just up here like Tyra. We were rooting for you.
Okay,
Yeah, right.
that's one of my favorites.
I don't like it when people, give us piss and swear it's water.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Like, nigga, we smell the pee. Like, girl.
Move
Like,
along. Move along.
what made you
Um,
think that you needed to humanize these white people?
And just really quickly before we go, like for those of us who have like taken theater courses or had any kind of like interest in theater, a lot of us have learned that when it comes to Adolf Hitler, theater was actually one of his jams. He used to love, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Why would I get
who gives
Why
a
are we
fuck?
trying to humanize a
A
fucking demon?
murderer.
Yes, I don't care what he did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I know what he did is as far as he killed humans.
Yep.
That was terrible. He killed not just only Jewish people, black, Jews, disabled,
Right.
whatever.
I wouldn't care if we all dropped out of Mary's coochie. Everybody.
Together.
Thank you.
Okay.
Move along, man. Move along.
Well, speaking of Kristen Coochie,
Oh Lord.
the baby that Duggar family, honey.
Oh,
And
God.
I guess I should say Christian prepubescent coochie, honey, because
Whew, when I tell you the way them white folks is these Christian ass backward ass people
And
be
then you
the
raise them
fucking
all
worst.
restricted and like you're so much better than others and you only do this and you
And
go
then
to
the
bed
brother
and you're
molesting the
waking up
sisters
at
and
6 and
shit.
we say an hour's worth of prayers and then we do our schoolwork and then we have another hour's worth of prayers and you thinking you're raising normal human beings when you're restricting them from experiences and things in life that help shape us, even making mistakes. Some of them, maybe you wouldn't like, but
Hmm.
it's part of growing up. And you thinking you raising these really Christian, holy children, and look at what they doing.
nasty asses. And the crazy thing about this story, because Joseph Duggar actually just got arrested for doing the exact same thing his brother Josh was doing.
Yes.
Molestation?
Yes, girl. And you see where it
Oh,
says here, by way of TMZ, Joseph Duggar slammed his brother Josh Duggar years before his sexual abuse arrest.
oh my
Mm-hmm.
God. Oh my
Don't have sex
God.
before you married. You pick the right girl. You don't want a fast girl. You want to wait till you get married. Girl, look at this
Oh,
bullshit.
oh my God.
Mhm.
Disgusting. And the through line is these white Christian
Mm-hmm.
demonic people, and they be molesting children and doing. Y'all can't convince me that these people are not demonic.
The proof is in the
Ridiculous.
pudding.
Mm-mm.
Ridiculous.
Well, this starts off Joseph Duggar, who was arrested Wednesday for allegedly sexually abusing an underage girl, once
Mm.
spoke out about against his famous older brother Josh Duggar over accusations of child molestation more than a decade ago. Back in 2015, Joseph weighed in on Josh's misconduct after Josh was accused of inappropriately touching 5 girls, including his own sisters, Jill and Jessa.
Mm.
Both brothers, of course, starred on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting. Joseph commented on the scandal in a clip for a TLC spinoff, Jill and Jessa Counting On, saying, whenever somebody you respect the most is willing to get up and proclaim what we believe as Christians about being true to your wife, you never think that's the person who's involved in it. Joseph added that he was heartbroken and surprised when Josh had been living such a secret life. Josh later confessed he acted inexcusably and hurt others, including members of his own family and friends. He said he admitted his actions to his family and that counseling was arranged for both him and those affected. Josh was not prosecuted for these crimes due to the statute of limitations, but was later convicted in 2021 of knowingly receiving and possessing child pornography and sentenced to more than 12 years in federal prison. Now, Joseph's ass is facing allegations of his own after recently being arrested for allegedly molesting a 9-year-old in 2020 while on vacation in Panama City Beach, Florida. According
Bitch,
to
look here. What? What?
Mhm. According to police, Joseph repeatedly asked the girl to sit on his lap and touched her genitals while also rubbing his hands on her thighs. Joseph was booked into the Bay County Jail in Panama City on Wednesday for lewd and lascivious molestation of a victim younger than 12 years old, and lewd and lascivious behavior conducted by a person 18 years or older. Nasty.
Cue up that Spider-Man meme, the pointy one. Cue it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh, we have a comment saying they look like that's what they do. They do. They look really creepy. Really creepy and pedophilia. Like it's mm-mm. Well, that is that on that, honey. Nasty. Well, what I got for you? Oh, girl, this next story right here, honey. Kevin Spacey. Baby, so remember we talked about Kevin Spacey had them cases. Them cases of him being inappropriate. Baby, well, it looks as if he done settled them. And you see where it says here by way of TMZ, Kevin Spacey settles with men who accuse him of sexual assault in London. Well, this starts off, Kevin Spacey has reportedly reached a settlement with 3 men who filed civil sexual assault cases against him in London in 2023. The Oscar winner avoided trial by coming to an undisclosed agreement with 3 men, according to multiple reports, who accused Spacey of sexually assaulting them between 2000 and 2003 in Britain. As you know, Spacey has always denied any wrongdoing, and a London court cleared him of 9 sexual assault charges during a 2023 criminal trial. This followed a 2020 civil suit brought by former child actor Anthony Rapp, which ended in Spacey being found not liable. But even with the courts deciding in Spacey's favor, his legal woes have taken their toll. Last year, he said he was homeless and was living in hotels and various Airbnbs due to the astronomical cost of the scandals. Spacey has said he's put all of his belongings in storage, and he hopes at some point to settle down again if the money situation improves. The terms of the latest settlement reached last week but disclosed today, with the 3 men have not been revealed, the Associated Press reports. Well, that's that on that, honey. Look, he ain't got he homeless, but he got money to settle. Okay. Because I'm just saying 1 + 1 = 2. But okay. Y'all, let's talk about this weird ass story with Rebel Wilson. And I know she weird as hell too, but this story is actually really weird. So I have this TMZ article here. And you all should see where it says Rebel Wilson trashes billionaire she says is funding 4 lawsuits against her. So this one starts off, Rebel Wilson says she's dealing with multiple lawsuits, and now she's firing back at the man she says is funding them. Rebel went off in a series of posts on her Instagram stories, slamming billionaire Sir Len Blavatnik, alleging he neglected to help her when she called out what she deemed to be bad behavior on set. Remember, Gregor Cameron, Vince Holden, and Amanda Ghost, producers on Rebel's directorial debut, The Deb, filed a defamation lawsuit against Rebel after she claimed they embezzled $900,000 from the film's budget and said Ghost sexually harassed the film's lead actress, Charlotte McInnes. Sources close to Ghost adamantly denied these claims. According to several reports, McInnes has publicly refuted Rebel's claim she was sexually harassed, and a judge reportedly dismissed many of Wilson's counterclaims against the producers. Now, Rebel says she flew to New York and asked Blavatnik for help with the struggles I had with the people that work for him, Amanda Ghost, Gregor Cameron, and Vince Holden, and she sincerely thought he would do something about it. She claims he instead used his money to fund 4 lawsuits across 2 continents against me. A source says it's actually 3 lawsuits and not 4. Rebel says she also saw his name pop up in the Epstein files, sharing an email to which appears to show Jeffrey Epstein asking someone to reach out to Blavatnik to give one of Epstein's friends a job. To be clear, Blavatnik is not accused of doing anything illegal or improper related to the email. Bottom line, this fight is getting nastier by the minute, so stay tuned. We've reached out to Blavatnik reps. They declined to comment. So what I am gathering from this story is that she was having conversations with Blavatnik and said, hey, these people who, these your people, and I know they work with you and they respect you or whatever. So they was really coming for me on set. Can you do something about it? Blavatnik allegedly said, yeah, I'll help you do something about it. Come to New York. I got you, girl. Whole time he was funding 3 lawsuits against her ass across 2 continents. Bruh. Okay. She's always been a fucking weirdo to me. I'm not really a fan, to be honest. And what really woke it up for me, it was a few years back, where she came out with a rom-com. And this was back when she was heavier. And she was saying how she was the first plus size girl to star in a rom-com. So all the niggas was like, well, wait a minute, bitch, because Queen Latifah been doing this since Cash Money took over for the 99 2000s. So you got us fucked up. And do you know her response is, well, that's a gray area. What gray area? Well, first of all, we don't even like the color gray. But what gray area are you want to talk about? Are you trying to say that you're maybe the first British plus size woman to star in a rom com? Because that wouldn't be true either. Like what I'm trying to see what. So yeah, and then it was like during that time, what she was doing was actually only responding to like the white creators about the incident. She never anybody black, especially if they had even if they had a large following, she never really responded to these people. I was there, I saw the shit, and I was like, this weird ass British bitch. But so long story short, fuck her. And I'm gonna follow at least one of these lawsuits to see if they're coming for her ass. But the fact that she alleged that these people have stolen $900,000 on a movie that she directed, her directorial debut at that. She directed these people. She's saying they stole $900,000 and then said that somebody sexually harassed one of the actresses. And then the actress came out and said, well, wait a minute. No, I wasn't sexually harassed. I don't know what that's about. And now, like, this girl is weird as fuck. So maybe I guess it's all in the name, Rebel. I think she's we have a comment saying I think she's Australian. Let's look it up really quick. Matter of fact, let me look it up on a in private browser because I don't want this girl on my algorithm.
Yeah, that's what I was about to come to say. She's an Aussie, and that's unfortunate because most of the Aussies, be a little cool, but no.
Okay. Well, maybe in that regard, but is she the first Australian plus size girl to star in a rom? Maybe she.
Don't know.
Doubt it.
Don't
Doubt it. But yeah, I did not know she said all that. Man,
Yes,
dang.
honey. It was a mess.
You can see it in her eyes. We don't care.
Somebody brought up Queen Latifah, and I brought up Monique because the movie
Yeah, Monique, yeah.
Fat Girls.
Hello.
Oh, honey. Child.
She was the first. She is not the first, and she's not even the best. So there's
Who?
that.
And she's not even
Melissa
funny.
McCartney is right there.
Oh my God. Please, let's uplift Melissa because Melissa's that girl.
Yeah, shout out to Melissa.
She got on that Ozempic and started feeling herself. That's crazy. Lord have mercy.
And I actually did not hate her performance in The Little Mermaid. I hated the makeup, but I didn't hate her performance.
No, I didn't think it was bad, but that makeup was bad. Like, why did they do that? In The Little Mermaid for Melissa.
Oh yeah, no, I love Melissa, and she's funny.
Well, that's that. I've got a story that y'all ass ain't gonna really care about, honey, because of who it is. But I just want to make sure we're updated on the latest celebrity tea. So I have this TMZ article that tells us here: Chuck Norris hospitalized after medical emergency in Hawaii.
Oh my God!
Wait, what?
Not the Chuck, not the Norris.
Texas Walker, Texas Ranger.
Hello,
baby.
We don't care, bitch. What?
I care. I mean, the act, the character is not necessarily.
When I found out his political
about him
beliefs,
as a person, he been around my whole entire life. What you mean?
Listen, honey. Once I found out his political beliefs, it was hard for me to watch Walker ever again.
Fuck. Don't even tell me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Let's not do that. Please.
I forgot about. We talking about Walker.
We're
You
not
know.
talking about political beliefs right now. Just close your ears to that, Laura.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! That's gonna take away all the Chuck Norris
Damn,
We're
moments.
not
Walker.
taking.
Please.
No, you don't understand. You do
Not
not.
Walker, man.
What would
And
Chuck
what I
Walker
will
do?
say, and the reason that a lot of you probably don't know this or probably don't, like if it's lost on y'all because it did happen a long time ago when social media wasn't as popular that these stories broke. But yeah, baby, Chuck Ben Norris, honey. That's all I'm
No,
gonna
no. See, anyway, is he in the hospital, Laura? You think?
God, I'm so sick of this shit.
And he old as
Yeah.
hell too, Lord. We
say.
finna lose
I
Chuck.
need a good Chuck Norris joke. How would this be framed? Oh, I'm gonna think about this one.
They were saying, I remember they kept saying Red Bull was like Chuck Norris urine or some shit. Like I'm like,
Yes,
girl, y'all giving him too much, honey. But
it's
okay.
the lore of like from all the movies. Oh God, they're funny as hell. I'm sorry, they're just funny. And now it's gonna be ruined, and I'm irritated by that.
Well, I mean, I actually get how y'all feel because that's how me when it comes to me, and I'm a huge fan of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Hell, even Clarissa Explains It All. But once I found out about Melissa Joan Hart and her political beliefs, it was
Oh
really
shit! I did not know that. Just stop talking.
okay.
Just stop. Fuck. I don't even want to know. I'm so sick of white folks. God damn it!
Well, now this starts off. Chuck Norris has been hospitalized in Hawaii, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge tell us some medical emergency occurred in the last 24 hours on the island of, how do you say this? Kauai, um,
Kawhi.
Kauai, that landed Chuck in the hospital. We do not know the nature of the emergency, however, and we are told that Chuck is in good spirits. Is he? Anywho. Whatever happened must have occurred quickly because we're told on Wednesday he was training on the island. A friend of Chuck's was on the phone with him, and we're told Chuck was in good spirits and cracking jokes. Probably racist jokes. Anyway, the
Shut
86-year-old
up.
the 86-year-old just had a birthday earlier this month. A Pisces. Anyway, and he marked the occasion by posting a video on social media showing him sparring with a trainer, and the story is still developing.
Okay. Well, he's still with us. Let us hope he get well soon. Amen.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because
I don't even want to know.
Death can't beat Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris beats Death. Okay.
I
Uh,
know the jokes write themselves, and I just don't. Oh my God, I cannot handle. I'm sick of people being racist. Why can't you just be cool?
Mhm.
Ugh, so annoying.
I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news, y'all, but
no. Next story. Next story.
So sick of this
Next
shit.
story. Amen.
well, this next story. So this is actually an update. I don't think anybody other than maybe me and Benji and Happy in the room watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime or Libra Queen. Did you watch it?
Excuse me. Can
Okay.
you
Oh,
leave me out? Because I definitely told y'all to watch it.
Yes, it is. For those of you that have not watched, it is a damn good show. But
Correct.
one of the actresses was actually killed in a car accident. She was walking, and the driver who hit her was charged. So you see where it says here by way of TMZ, driver charged a year after allegedly killing Marvelous Mrs. Maisel actor.
Oh no.
Yep. Well, it says a driver has been charged in the collision that killed the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel actor Winnie Alton Davis in New York last year. According to WPIX TV, MD Abdul Shomaz was booked Monday and charged with a misdemeanor, failure to yield to a pedestrian. Um, it says, as we reported, cops say Winnie, who used they them pronouns, was crossing Broadway on foot at West 53rd when Shomaz took a left, hitting them. Shomaz, who wasn't injured, stayed at the scene. Winnie suffered severe head trauma after being struck in the 2023 Cadillac XT6. Authorities say Shomas was driving. The actor was rushed to Mount Sinai Hospital but succumbed to their injuries. In addition to playing a cop on Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Winnie also had credits on Girls Five Eva, New Amsterdam, and Blind Spot. Winnie was only 60 years old, and may they rest in peace. Let me just share my
oh,
screen. This is who they played on the show. I actually don't remember this character from the show, but this is who they were in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. But yes, if you all have not seen that show, would highly anything that's for me to recommend with a white lead, it got to be good. This is
What is her name?
the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Or you
No,
talking
no,
about
the lady.
Winnie Alton Davis, and Winnie is spelled Wenne.
I have to look at her face again. I did watch Girls Five Ever because it was really good, very underrated. To look at
No,
her face
this is
again.
the actor.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She played one of the girls' ex-wife, maybe
Uh,
on Girls Five Ever. But Girls Five Ever was really, really good show.
I heard it was. It's on the list. I just never got around to watch it because I like that girl. What's her name? Renee.
Yeah,
Gold.
yeah. She was really funny in it. I'm not used to seeing her in like really funny stuff,
Yeah, she was.
but she was
She was
funny in
funny as
it.
hell. I thought she was funny in She Hulk.
Oh yeah, God, she did play in Chicago. She
Mm,
usually, well, I remember her from the soap operas and stuff back in the day.
yep. Shout out to her. Now, I will say I don't got to see Hamilton another day in my life, baby.
Yeah,
They talk about Hamilton so fucking much, honey. I don't give a damn about that man. Damn it.
yeah, they wore it out.
And we have a comment saying, I'm just glad that there is justice for their family after their death. So rest in peace. Yep. Yep, indeed. And I guess the person was charged with the misdemeanor because they actually did hit but did not run. But New York, honey, well, everywhere, the pedestrian laws, baby, is strict. They don't play that.
Yeah, pedestrians right away. Like, clearly you wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
You just turned right into them. So, and hard enough that it killed them, that it
yep.
caused injury. So you was definitely doing something you wasn't supposed to. Because if you just didn't see her and you was just, it could have been a little tap, but you caused injury for death.
Yeah. I can't remember if I told y'all I had 3 more stories left. This was the third story.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you.
yep, this is the third story. The next one I have, I know y'all remember Chica, the iconic artist, honey, who can sing and rap her ass off.
Yeah, what's she been up to?
Honey, what she been up to? She ain't been having the best luck at airports. Because remember the last time we talked
Them
about her at the
kids,
airport?
fucked up
About
kids,
the kids. That's
crying on the airplane, the baby crying the whole goddamn, and it was whose kid did it ended up being? It was somebody else. So it was a celebrity,
Another
another
celebrity or
I
something.
think
celebrity adjacent's child.
it was
Look, who's
oh
on these
Tiny's
them kids?
daughter.
Who?
I thought Tiny's daughter's
No.
goddaughter or
Oh,
something like that. Like it was two little
oh.
girls, and I think one of them was Zanique's. I think Zanique, whatever her name is.
Janique. I think that's who it was, Janique's
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
A plane with crying kids is the worst. And
Well,
everybody knows it is.
this time it wasn't about the kids. This was about how Delta done fucked up her luggage, honey. And you see where it says here, by way of all hip hop, Chica goes nuclear after Delta destroys her pricey luggage. And I'm actually going to share my screen while we read this so that way y'all can see pictures of the luggage and stuff. But
Shredded that shit.
mhm. Well, Chica took to social media with a fury that only someone who has been wrong repeatedly could muster, calling out Delta Airlines for destroying her expensive luggage collection and treating her belongings like they're disposable. The 29-year-old rapper from Montgomery, Alabama, who boasts 1.1 million listeners on Spotify, posted pictures of her damaged Rimowa suitcases and described the airline staff as mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging Neanderthals who don't know how to handle people's belongings with care.
That was funny.
She got 1.4 million reasons to be upset, and this situation represents a pattern of negligence that's become all too familiar for her. The baby blue Rimowa bag she purchased in September arrived at her destination cracked and damaged, but this wasn't her first rodeo with Delta's careless handling. She's previously had a sage green suitcase from the same luxury brand destroyed on another Delta flight, and she's now looking at a combined loss of roughly $5,000. So these are the bags here.
Look, I'm with her when she right. Because one, them bags not cheap at all. They are quite expensive, and also too, Delta do be playing in motherfuckers' faces, because if she had to transit anywhere between Atlanta, which is very likely, baby, them motherfuckers do not be caring. I've witnessed it with my own eyes.
Girl, they actually when I checked my bag one time at the Atlanta airport, them motherfuckers took a I bought some Gillette razors from like the razor refills from Target, and they was on sale too because I was so happy about them. I was able to buy like two of them all for because them things usually cost like I think like what $15, and I was able to get two of them for like $4 each. I said, "Ooh, bitch, bought." So and then as soon as I get back to my destination, gone. I said, "I know the motherfuckers didn't take this shit out my bag. What the fuck is you taking damn razor refills for?" Like it was checked. But anyway, yeah.
Child,
And
that's why if I ain't got to, I'm not checking no luggage.
Yeah, I'd be
It's staying
scared
with
to
me
check it
unless I have
nowadays.
to.
Yeah.
mhm.
Mm-mm.
And the thing about those bags, because this goes on, it says what makes this situation even more frustrating is that Ramoa no longer manufactures these exact models she owned, meaning she can't simply replace them with identical pieces. According to the Daily Mail, she's planning to escalate the matter with Delta's customer service department and pursue compensation for the damages. Chica's been through enough in recent years without having to deal with airline incompetence on top of everything else. The Grammy nominated artist, who was recognized as one of the best new artist nominees in 2020, has been open about her mental health struggles, including her bipolar 2 disorder diagnosis and her ongoing battle with depression. She's also been candid about her attempted suicide in March of 2022 at an Intercontinental Hotel in St. Paul, Minnesota, and how online harassment has compounded her trauma over the years. Her career trajectory shows someone who's fought hard to stay in the game despite personal obstacles. The Nigerian American artist of Igbo descent went viral in 2018 with her freestyle over Kanye West's Jesus Walks, performed on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2019, and signed with Warner Records that same year. She released her latest album, Wish You Were Here or There, in November 2025, proving she's still creating despite challenges life throws her way. Mm-mm.
Igbo descent.
Ebo just said, "Thank you, hun. I know I said it wrong. I just hope they don't beat me up too bad." And I love the
And
Nigerian
if somebody come for you, tell them to send them my way because I cuss them out, bitches.
No, they usually don't come for me. They usually are really, really nice and really kind, and even are appreciative of the fact that I even tried to say it. That's usually the experience I had. Hi, puppy. Well, that is that on that. I'm sure she will get compensated, especially with them being because that's crazy.
Well, the Delta quality ain't like it used to be. They used to be top tier. Now all of them are just pretty much a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, the last story I'm gonna talk about is Shaq out here doing some good. He's giving a grieving family, one less thing to worry about. And you all should see where I shared here by way of TMZ. Shaquille O'Neal offers to cover funeral for 12-year-old girl who died after fight. So this starts off. Shaquille O'Neal is mourning the death of 12-year-old Jada West, who passed away after a fight with a classmate earlier this month. And the NBA legend is looking to help the grieving family by offering to cover her funeral expenses, saying no parent should ever have to bury their child. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office revealed the gesture this week after West, a sixth grader at Mason Creek Middle School in Winston, Georgia, passed away following an apparent off-campus bullying incident with another student on March 5th. The DCSO said O'Neal, who serves as Chief of Community Relations for the Henry County Sheriff's Office, was heartbroken by the news and wanted to help the West family by covering the funeral costs so they wouldn't have to bear the burden. This story touched my heart the moment I saw it in the media, O'Neal said. As a father, my heart goes out to Jada's family. No parent should ever have to bury their child, and if there's anything I can do to ease even a small part of that burden, then it's the right thing to do. Our community must surround this family with love, support, and compassion during such a painful moment. This is one of the most amazing gestures from O'Neal, who's known for his acts of generosity to his fans, from tipping a waitress $4,000 to buying kids shoes at random. A GoFundMe was launched for West, and police are still investigating the incident. So yeah, I like to hear things like this. Shout out to see, just because you got a little dick don't mean you got to have little dick energy. This is actually really big dick energy for a man with a small penis, allegedly. Love to see it. Good for him.
Just left that part out, but no.
Oh,
Auntie.
I knew
No.
Chill was gonna say something. 'Cause
did I lie? What do you say all
No.
the time? I read stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to all the little dick niggas that's doing big dick things. Shout out to y'all.
wow.
That's sad about
No,
that
he
little
is
girl.
very generous. Yeah,
He is. Yep.
and that is very. She was a beautiful little girl, and I just all this fighting and shit is
12 years old.
stupid.
I'm sure it was accidental, but still, she's dead. If they kicked her in the head, you know how kids just do crazy shit, and now she's dead. Didn't intend to kill her, but she is dead.
Sad.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, I want to ask y'all, did you have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed?
I don't think so, but you know how it is when we get off the damn thing. All of a sudden, all the messages and new stuff pop up as soon as we get off here.
Look, I'm just doing a one last minute check of TMZ just to make sure. I'm sorry. I do see one story. Y'all, the president, y'all.
Oh, Lord, what has he done?
The headline itself has me cracking up. Let me share this TMZ article here. And you all should see where it says, Donald Trump makes Pearl Harbor joke in meeting with Japan's prime minister. Nigga, what?
Oh, Jesus Christ,
What?
heaven.
He's so embarrassed.
Jesus.
Just like that woman said, I voted for him 3 times. I must be an idiot. Yes, ma'am, you were. Yes, ma'am, you are.
It starts with self-awareness.
Oh my God.
How long is the video? I don't even, let me see if it's a long video. I ain't watching this shit. Let me see. Oh, it's 43 seconds. Okay, let me share my screen.
And just like all them veterans voting for him, he don't like y'all.
One question: why didn't you tell US allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. It was better about surprise than Japan. Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay,
bitch.
right?
Because we was attacking your ass, you dumb fuck.
I think
I
much more
hate
so
him
than
so much.
When you gonna tell the country you attacking that you coming? Come
Oh,
on, man.
tell me, bitch, where was you in 1940? Oh my God, I hate him so much.
I am
hate him.
gagged, man.
I hate him so much. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I don't say I hate people, but I hate him so much. So much.
Not tell other countries, but tell me. Why didn't you tell?
God.
Stupid. Okay.
My goodness.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Neither.
Well, again, yes, I'm speechless. Well, y'all, that was all the tea that I had for us today. Did anybody else have any other tea that they want to share?
I don't want to look up shit else. I don't want to do nothing else. I am so irritated by that. Oh, God.
Okay, we gonna reset, decompress, honey. We gonna try again tomorrow.
Please.
God.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. Again, we will be back tomorrow for another live show starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you can make it. And until then, you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.